Hello and welcome back to a very special episode of A Day in the Pipe. This video marks 1,000 subscribers to the channel. I never thought that we would get anywhere even close to this, and it's just astounding the amount of support in the comments, the people that I've met from all over the world because of this channel, the recommendations. It's just really beyond what I ever thought was possible the first time I turned on a camera and just smoked a pipe in front of it. I want to thank all of you guys so much for it. You have to excuse my attire today. I'm in grill mode. I thought I would whip us up some steaks for this special occasion. It's 84 degrees. It's been raining like a monsoon, so it's very humid, and I am not complaining about that. I thought on top of whipping up some steaks, over the course of this week, I would smoke some of my absolute favorite tobaccos. The tobaccos that I refrain from smoking because most of the time I would just rather let them age, and I think maybe there will be a more special occasion that I should save this for. Well, there is no more special of an occasion. 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna smoke them. What I have for us is Mississippi River Special Reserve. This is listed as in English. There's an argument for it to be a Balkan, I think. It is described as rare Virginia's pressed and plug cut tobacco with oriental leaf, latakia, and perique. This is probably my favorite. Now, this is a Seattle Pipe Club blend, so what I have now might be all I have forever. Which brings me to my next one. This is another Seattle Pipe Club blend. This is Hogshead Signature Series. Pure Virginia plug, 10-year-old aged in rare orange and red Virginias. I came across this initially at Goose's Tobacconist. He had a bourbon barrel-aged one, and it was just so good. I smoked that whole tin, couldn't find any more. And then I came across that, and I haven't even opened it yet, but if I had to take a guess from the other Hogshead that I've smoked, it's probably going to be one of my absolute favorites. And lastly, but certainly not least, I have an aged Capstan Blue. Now this is 3-year aged, but it was actually tinned in April of 2021. It is May of 25. This is 4-year aged. These are my favorites. I'm going to smoke them with you guys over the course of the next week and enjoy every bit of it. I will share with you a quick anecdote from my personal life about delayed gratification. When I was a boy, my mom bought me these tea light candles. They were pumpkin and autumn leaves scented. It was the best thing I had ever smoked. Now, being tea light candles, they were one-time use for each one. 8 times I could smoke these wonderful candles, and then they were gone forever. So I delayed my gratification. Special occasions went when I thought this might be a nice time to burn this, but if I do that now, I can't do it later. And the occasions came and they went, and I saved those candles. And do you know what happened to them? Your guess is as good as mine. I saved them for so many years that I lost them. I never burnt them. So I try to remind myself on occasion that it's okay to use the nice things that you have, because that's what they're there for. Otherwise, you just delay your gratification until it's lost or you're dead. So, 1,000 subs. I'm gonna smoke my favorites with you guys. Well, thank you all so much, and let's get into it. First on the list, I could not resist. We're going with Hogshead Signature Series. I'd mentioned that I've never actually tried this one before, though I have had the bourbon barrel-aged version. And Seattle Pipe Club, when they do a bourbon barrel-aged version of anything, it's not a light touch. They go very heavy on it, and it's one of the things that I appreciate about it. But it means that I'm not really sure what to expect with this. It's the only tin I've ever had. It's unopened. I'm very excited to even just get that tin note. I'm expecting it to be pretty dark, fruity, but let's see what they say. Hogshead in colonial days, Virginia was the source for finest tobaccos. Traditionally shipped in giant barrels called hogsheads, farmers packed their precious leaf. Our hogshead is a blend of very old Virginias cultivated in Africa, Brazil, and the United States, pressed into an easy-to-use plug. Hogshead harkens back to the heritage of the greatest Virginia tobaccos. This epic blend just might be the perfect Virginia. Enjoy Joe Langford's signature series of exquisite Virginia blends. I believe Joe Langford is actually passed, so R.I.P. Joe. Let's see what you made. Here we go. Well, that is a nice, thick, weighty plug as I expected. The smell is... dark fruits is the first thing that hit me. But there's definitely a lot of grassiness and hay under there, which is one of the flavors that I really fell in love with first when I started smoking Virginias. Coming from aromatics, as many people do, and then I was into Englishes a lot, and then into Virginias, back to Englishes. But that hay scent, oh. It's definitely different than I thought it was going to be. That's the first thing that hits you, or me anyway, was dark fruits without a question. But now smelling it a little more, I'm getting a lot more of like the grassiness and hay sort of sense, which is one of the first flavors of Virginias that I fell in love with when I first started getting into Virginias. I was thinking it might be more on the tart side, as a lot of my favorite blends from Seattle Pipe Club are, but there's none of that in here. Very nice. Well, let's break this up, and we're going to pack it into my absolute favorite pipe, my hand-carved meerschaum by Fikri Baki that I got at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. Let's take a look. Well, waited a long time for this. You'll notice I'm using just a regular Bic. I have temporarily misplaced my Zippo. But a Bic works just as well, really. This is very different than what I had expected. It's not quite as flavorful as I thought it would be coming from the bourbon barrel age. There's definitely that hay and the dark fruits that I was talking about the whole time that I was packing it, but the spiciness actually comes up a little bit more. I have to check the tin because I don't normally pick too much of that up with a lot of Virginia. This is a 10-year aged Virginia. This might be some of the oldest tobacco I've ever smoked. Though, and I was thinking about smoking this for this video, but I'm gonna sit on it just a little longer. I have an old tin, probably from the 70s, in my cabinet that I bought at Goose's Tobacconist in Limerick, Pennsylvania. But I'm gonna save that one a little longer. This is a nice mild blend. That's just a really good quality Virginia. No tricks or fluff in there. That's just a very good Virginia. Great smoke on a day like today when I've finished everything that I have to do. Sun's out, birds are chirping. It's a nice temperature. Just a nice, strong Virginia in a nice big bowl. Now that I'm pretty deep in here, as I suspected, more of those darker flavors are coming out. That sort of fermented richness that's in there. And this is something that I've noticed with a lot of Seattle Pipe Club blends, is they take on a whole new flavor, and with any tobacco really, but particularly with Seattle Pipe Club blends. They take on a whole new flavor when you're really down in there, and it's nice. It's just very mellow, and maybe part of that is because I've been smoking a pipe for a while now, but that's damn good. Well, I'm having some issues with my fire blade here, so while I'm working on it, I figured this would be the perfect time to enjoy another of my favorite blends, and this time in a sitter, which is always nice if you're working it with your hands. You just set it down, walk away for a minute. Now we've got Capstan Blue. This is a ready rubbed, and this one is 3 years aged, but this is actually packaged in April of 2021. It's May of 25 now, so it's actually 4 years aged. I've never had the ready rubbed. I've only ever gotten the flake, but I'm sure it's not too much of a difference. This Capstan Blue I got into, like probably most other people, because they say that it was Tolkien's favorite. And as it turns out, I love it too. To me, this is about the quintessential Virginia. So we'll see how it tastes aged. I have a few tins aging, but they're not 4 years, so this will be the oldest Capstan Blue I've ever smoked. So I'm hoping that some of that sweetness and smoothness really comes out. But without further ado, surprisingly sweet. The normal Capstan Blue, as you are probably aware, is very grassy. Got a lot of the hay flavor. That is sweet and fruity. Ready rubbed in there. But they're long cut. This isn't the normal shredded tobacco you would expect with the ready rub. This clearly is the flake that's just been rubbed out a little bit. All right, well, let's pack it and enjoy. This is gonna have to do for now. This is, I believe this is a 673 KS. I might be confusing that with another one of my Savinelli pipes, but I really like that this is a sitter. Sometimes it's nice to just be able to set something down and use both of your hands for a minute. Another addition to this pipe that I've only recently started using is these rubber bits on it. I have a tendency to clench my pipes a lot,
Again, it's just keeping my hands free, and I just don't think it's good to be biting something so hard, so frequently. So I pop these rubber guys on there, and it actually feels fantastic.
Well, let's see. After hanging on to this for a long time, let's finally light it. I have yet to find my Zippo, but it'll turn up eventually. I think I'll just buy another one in the meanwhile. It's actually amazing what aging can do to a pipe tobacco. That's Capstan Blue, all right. It's much smoother. Not that regular Capstan Blue Flake is a rough one, but maybe a little bit. This is smooth. You can definitely taste more of those sort of field flavors, I would say, than just smelling it from the tin. Tin is all fruit. But this is more of what I'm used to from Capstan. That's nice. I'm glad that I picked up 2 of these because I don't think they release the aged ones all that often. I've actually never had the Capstan Yellow, but I hear good things. But they're not cheap tobaccos, so I just stick with the one that I know and I love, which is the blue. But let me know, because I'm sure you guys, many of you have had the yellow and the blue. Is it worth a try? Or is it pretty similar? I think I'll enjoy this pipe, and I'll fix my motorcycle so that I can enjoy the wonderful weather. Well, it seems with the assistance of the smooth, finely aged Capstan Blue Ready Rubbed, I was able to repair my fire blade. But this is very nice. I've got to say, I was maybe a little disappointed with the Hogshead, but this really makes up for it. That's just sweet, smooth, grass hay, definitely those fruits, but man, this is a good one. I sincerely hope that you can get your hands on some of this, and if you can, I wouldn't hesitate, just grab it. Well, let's see. This is the one. This is my favorite tobacco. If I was going to smoke one tobacco for the rest of my life, this would be the one. However, unfortunately, what I have now might be about all that I'll ever have, because this Mississippi River Special Reserve is a Seattle Pipe Club blend, so it's Sutliff, and Sutliff, at least in America, is going away. I've heard whispers that maybe it'll still be around in Europe, but I don't know, and I haven't really kept tabs on it. I actually just recorded this whole bit, but my camera didn't seem to want to take it, so I can't show you packing the bowl, but this right here, Mississippi River Special Reserve, comes in a nice cake. Boy, that tin note just hits you right in the nose. It's sharp and it's tangy and dark. I think that is probably mostly to the stoved Virginias, aged, sweet, dark, and fermented. There's also red Virginias, Latakia, Perique, Orientals. They classify it as an English, but it's not what you would, when I think of an English, it is not this. But my God, if they don't, to my palate, they get this exactly right. And if you've watched a few of my videos and you think that you're probably pretty aligned with me flavor-wise, you know, it's not a cheap tobacco. This is like $44. If you can get it, I believe you still can on a number of sites, but it is worth it to just bite the bullet and just get a tin. I'm telling you, this is the one. It's just tangy, and there's still a breadiness and a grassiness to it. There's a smokiness from the Latakia that doesn't overpower anything. It's English, but it's not a lat bomb. There's a spiciness from the Perique. And then those Virginias just settle it all down. Now the Special Reserve, compared to the normal Mississippi River, the flavor is about the same, but it's more refined. It's sweeter, darker. It's kind of just more of what it is. And what it is just unlike just about anything else that I've smoked. Truly phenomenal. As I'd mentioned, I think what I have now might be all that I have, but if ever there was a time to smoke my favorite tobacco out of my favorite pipe, it would be for this celebration with you all. There are a few tobaccos that when you draw on it, I can just, it's beyond just taste, where I can feel it on my tongue and it's mouth-watering. I wouldn't say savory, but it's sweet, smooth, all the things I would ever want pipe tobacco to be. I think I will enjoy this for a while here. Enjoying my pipe and my tobacco and the weather and the nature. So what did you guys think? Have you had any of these before? Do you have some in a cellar somewhere right now? I'm sorry to say, but there's a good chance that you're not going to be able to get these. Well, eventually you'll be able to get the Capstan. They'll do that again. Or maybe you already have some that's way older than mine is. But I just want to, again, express my gratitude to you guys. Making these videos has become one of my favorite hobbies. And talking to you guys in the comments, it's just, it's a really nice part of my social life that I don't have in the real world. I don't know anybody who smokes a pipe aside from myself. So, you know, this is just a really cool milestone for me. And I'm excited to see what's next for the channel. And I can't wait to meet even more of you. And I will see you all in the next one. Again, thank you so much.